What's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Pokemon Showdown today in the zero use tier. And using this team, I made around Wugtrio. We've got a Life Orbed, Sub, Pain Splits, 2 attacks Wugtrio. I didn't know Wugtrio got Pain Split, or I forgot. This guy also gets Memento, has some interesting utility moves, kind of like Wugtrio does. But obviously we're a water type, so we don't have Stealth Rocks. I don't think Wugtrio gets Spikes, but that guy also gets Sword Stance. This guy doesn't, unfortunately. But we have Final Gambit, which I think normal Wugtrio gets. We do have a Sand ability, but we can't use it because it's an evasion boosting one, so it's banned. But I noticed this guy got Pain Split, and I thought, what better way to use it than with Substitute and a Life Orb, kind of like Gengar and other Pokemon have who've had Sub and Pain Split in the past. We have a pretty high speed tier, so we're pretty quick, and we have a decent attack stat. We're in zero used, but 100 is still 100. Like, there's super bulky Pokemon in here, so we're not gonna be hitting the hardest, and we don't have the best coverage, but I want to see if we can try and get it to work. Basically, the idea is you can use Sub on like a Switch or on a Pokemon that can't touch you, and like that might just be going for hazards or something. Then we're protected, from status or from getting one-shotted, since our HP, defense, special defense, we're pretty frail. Then we can use our attacks, our stab attack, liquidation. I'm going with this over triple dive because one, Rocky Helmet, if we hit into that, we're gonna hit into Rocky Helmet 3 times with triple dive and then take a lot of damage. Liquidation is nearly as strong, and it doesn't miss, and we'll take less Rocky Helmet. And we have the secondary effect of it. And then we have, for our coverage move, Stomping Tantrum. We pretty much have zero coverage. You could go with a normal move, you could go with the dark move, Throat Chop, or you could go with like Terra Blast. But Stomping Tantrum seemed kind of cool because Lantern, and I think there might be one other, Lapras. There's 2 water immune Pokemon, like with Water Absorb, or I think they both have Water Absorb, that are water types. So they do resist the water move, but they're also immune to it. But Stomping Tantrum, if we do hit into a guy with a Water Absorb, I think the next one, or when we use Stomping Tantrum, its power will be doubled. And as you can see, we're going with Terra Ground, so we're, trying to use our liquidation as often as we can. But if we have to, or if we run into that situation, we can Terra Ground and use Stomping Tantrum and maybe one-shot those things. Or we could like Terra Ground on a Jolteon and immune their electric move if that's what they go for, and then we could one-shot a Jolteon that way. To be honest, I haven't gotten the set to do a whole lot. We're not hitting as hard as Gengar. We're not hitting as hard as we would like, so we're not super threatening. But yeah, that's the idea of it. I wanted to try and use Wugtrio. It just sounded fun. So let's go over the team a little bit more, and then we'll get into the games real quick. Yeah, we don't have the immunities of Gengar. We don't have any immunities. We don't have like resistances. Our defenses are terrible. So, I mean, if we can get Sub Pain Split to work, that would be cool. I have gotten it to work where we're just like whittling guys down and they're not expecting it, but a lot of Pokemon have recovery anyway, so we go for Pain Split, we get them down to half, we heal by like almost back up to full, but then they just use a recovery move and our attacks aren't doing enough damage. So it'll be really depending on the matchup. But besides for the whole Sub Pain Split gimmick, we're pretty fast, so we can like hit Charizard and outspeed other things like that are just slower than us or whatever. We are one of the fastest Pokemon in the tier. Literally just Jolteon and Electrode are faster in speed tiers, and then all these guys we can outspeed. So and then for our ability, we're going with Rattled because I don't think we're going to be surviving a hit or really wanting to be hit, and Rattled could come up like if we're intimidated, then we get a speed raise. I don't know off the top of my head if there's like Intimidate Pokemon we'd maybe want to get a speed raise up versus. But the first thing I wanted to pair with it, and also thought would be kind of fun, is Marill. We have a Sap Sipper Fairy Water Marill. So with the Sap Sipper ability, it's immune to grass, and with the Fairy ability, it's immune to dragon. So this thing is completely immune to Diplin if it just has a grass and dragon move, which Wugtrio would be walled by. Now, people might expect the Sap Sipper Perish trapping Marill set. Unfortunately, that's just what we're gonna have to deal with. But like, if we're able to get it off, we can trap a grass type that would be really annoying for Wugtrio to deal with. But Marill could trap other things too. We could go with a different Terra type. Like, you could go with a different Terra type to then be able to trap something else easier. But with an Eviolite, we're actually kind of tanky. We don't have the worst HP. We do have decent immunities, resistances. Water Fairy is a good typing. Then we're going with Terra Poison, so then we can maintain a fighting resistance. Then we resist poison too. We could also absorb T-Spikes. We don't have any hazard control on the team, but it's just standard Whirlpool, Perish Song. You use Whirlpool, trap the thing, Perish Song, makes them dead, and then you switch out before you're dead. Then you got Encore to lock them into a move, and then Rest, so we have some recovery. I was going to go with Knockoff, but I think Encore and Rest is probably just fine or better if we're wanting this thing to kind of do any sort of like phasing. Encore kind of helps with that, so I'm just going fully Fizz Def. Maybe different EVs would be better, but that's what we're going with. Then we got Choice Scarf Passimian. I thought this thing kind of worked well with the Wugtrio, and I wanted to have pivots to try and get the Wugtrio in, and it does synergize with some of the other things that we have on the team. So with Passimian, we can outspeed the stuff that does outspeed Wugtrio. We can have another like revenge killer or physical attacker that's not Wugtrio, and then Marill helps remove things for Passimian as well. And then it's just standard Passimian. Then we got Cacturn. I really wanted to use this thing. We have Water Absorb on this, so we can block flip turns from like Floatzel or other water types, or just use our Water Absorb ability to immune water moves. Then we got Spikes. And instead of going with Sucker Punch and Knockoff and Leaf Storm and being like a physical Cacturn, we're going with a fully special one and using Spiky Shield. It sounded fun to use this just because a lot of those water types, you know, have Ice Spinner like Floatzel or some coverage move. So if they are choice, we can scout for it with Spiky Shield, and then we can switch accordingly. And it can rack up damage too, which could get things in range of Wugtrio or Passimian. We do have a bunch of hazards on the team, so it's just another way to weaken things a little bit. And then going with Energy Ball instead of Leaf Storm or Giga Drain, just so we'd have like a kind of stronger grass move that doesn't drop our special attack. And we have heavy duty boots, so I don't think we need the recovery from Giga Drain. And then we're going with a Modest Nature. I don't know if it would be beneficial to have plus speed. I don't know off the top of my head like certain things that we'd want to outspeed, so just going with the Modest Nature. And then we have Dark Pulse for our dark move, and then Terra Ghost. We don't have a ghost type, so we can spin block with Cacturn if we need to. And then we got Camerupt. I wanted to have a Volt Switch immunity. Jolteon, when I was testing, I actually did test this team a little bit. Jolteon was a little annoying, so Camerupt is like one of my favorite electric immunities in zero use. It's a fire ground type, so it resists fairy and it's immune to electric. It's one of the best things for like Vikavolt, which could also be annoying. Is Vikavolt still in zero used? Because that guy's got the bug move and the grass move too. It is still down here. So yeah, we do resist both the fairy move and the electric move that Jolteon most of the time have. We can hit him super effectively or go for Lava Plume, spread some burn. We can get up rocks, and then we can phase things out with Roar. So we have Perish Song and Roar. And then with Solid Rock, we have a little bit of reduced damage from super effective attacks, leftovers for some recovery, and Terra Grass for a defensive Terra type. And then we're just going with the Spadef Camerupt because it is here to be able to take on electric types and be a Volt Switch immunity, and those guys are special attackers. For Magneton also, this guy's pretty nice too. And the last guy we got is Electros. It's a ground immunity, which we didn't have. I wanted another pivot. And also, being an electric type does resist flying, which we have a couple flying weak Pokemon, so could be nice. And with Terra Steel, we can get Steel type on the team, which we don't have, which would give us some resistances. We got Dragon Tail on this, so we have Spikes, Stealth Rocks, Dragon Tail, Roar, and Perish Song, which could all rack up damage on our opponent's team. Got Knockoff on this, plus the Passimian to remove items. Then we just got Discharge for our Electric Stab, and then U-Turn Dragon Tail. And we're going with an Assault Vest one, pretty standard Electros that people have been using almost all of Gen 9, and then Terra Steel, like I already said. But pretty fun team. I like how it looks. Hopefully Wugtrio can do some stuff, but even if we can just get Marill to do some stuff and the team to function as a whole, I'm pretty excited to use it. So let's hop into the games. All right, we got one. Up against a Smeargle offensive team. We have no hazard control, so we just want to 2-hit KO this Smeargle and not let it get up more than one hazard. I think we can lead with Electros and pivot into Passimian, maybe. I think that sounds good. If we had triple dive on Wugtrio, that would actually be kind of nice, but oh well. Wugtrio could, you know, go through the Focus Ash. I think U-turn into Knockoff would knock this thing out. We'll be slower, so we'll see what they have. Okay, Stealth Rocks. That's could be worse. We'll go Passimian, and we'll just click Knockoff. I think we'll knock them out. This guy's super. I mean, we did 1,000,000 damage with the U-turn from the Electros. So, all right, Dusknoir. They have leftovers. This guy, I think, is usually physical. Our physical thing is Marill. Do we just go Marill and try and trap them?
I don't know if they have like knockoff and whatever. Oh wait, we can't trap them because they're a ghost type.
Huh. Otherwise, camera ups, because then we can't be Will-O-Wisp if they do that. But camera up seems pretty important. Marill could be cool to trap this. We could just switch in a Cacturne also. We resist their Steph. And we're special, so we don't mind a Will-O-Wisp if they go for it. Okay, it's Trick Room. I didn't expect that. I don't think we're gonna die though in one hit. So I think we can just Dark Pulse. Cool. I've been going for Spiky Shield to scout sometimes, and I need to not do that. Depending on what the matchup is, because they can just get a free turn out of it. So I didn't actually think through that turn, but thankfully I went for that, because having them behind a sub would have been annoying. Then it's just Dark Pulse again. Cool. And then we can probably, yeah, we'll Spiky Shield versus this guy. Get rid of a turn. Son of a bitch! All right, they have sub on this too. Well, I don't want to tear a Ghost. They have the ice move. This guy would be pretty nice versus the Sandaconda. Though I wonder if it's like a offensive one, so they could even be faster than us. I think let's go Marill though at this point. We can't take a bunch of hits, but also I don't think we trap them because we don't make contact with them. I think I'm just gonna click Perish Song so they can't stay in. Cool. And we're faster than them, so we'll Encore them. That works out pretty well. And then they're locked in that for a couple turns, right? I think they'll be locked into that until the thing ends. So I think we can go into what, back into Cacturne and just click Spikes. That would give them the opportunity to go Smeargle though, because we're slower than them. So it'd be better just go like Passimian and just go for close combats or something. Let's go Passimian just in case they go Smeargle. Cool. And then we can go for our U-turn from this guy did 50%. So we should do enough with this guy's U-turn. Sweet. And now we will go Wugtrio, baby. Let's do it. So this guy can come out, but we could always switch into Marill on it. I don't know. It's usually like Bug. I think like Pollen Puff, Grass Move, Quiver Dance, Terra Blast. Would we kill this with a Stomping Tantrum? Wugtrio to Raichu? We do kill it. Whoa, Liquidation kills it too. Well, we'll Stomping Tantrum. Oh, look at him go! Oh, nice. Okay. And now on this guy, I think we just go right into Marill. They're gonna get fast. They will outspeed our Passimian after a single Quiver Dance. Now, what, do I just click Encore right away or Perish Song? Obviously, Whirlpool and Perish Song would be nice, but I think our main concern is not getting swept by this. So, huh. Do we think they know we have Sap Sipper? Just gonna click Encore. Okay, we're just all right, we're just dead. I mean, they are a special attacker, so all right, now we can go Camera Ups. They didn't reveal what their Terra Blast is, and they're Life Orbed. Let's see, does this tell us, are they Terra Fairy? If they're not Terra Fairy, I think, oh, this one goes Terra Fairy. That would not be good. Terra Fairy would make it so we can't Dragon Tail them. But if they're Terra Ground, then they just one-shot our Camera Ups. Terra Fairy or Fire. All right, let's go Electros and click Dragon Tail. Whoops, I was kind of close there. I didn't realize that. All right, cool. That did a lot. Sweet, get out of here. Sandaconda. Now this guy can just go for, what's it called? Have they Terra'd? All right, I'm just gonna Dragon Tail because I think they're gonna do that. Cool, they're not Helmet. The crab comes in. This guy. I think maybe we go Wugtrio. I'm just gonna go hard Wugtrio and then just attack. If they go for sub, we'll break their sub. Yeah. And then if they go for like try and set up more or whatever, I think we'd be okay. And now we go this thing. And I think Terra fighting close combat will cover for everything. And then maybe we can just sweep with the Passimian. I think we would still kill a Lilligant if they have Terra Fairy. If this is Terra Ghost, not sure. Let's see. Who do they send in? Wugtrio did get the kill on Raichu. I mean, that would have taken 1,000,000 from... Okay, they do go Sandaconda. Is this guy really Terra Ghost, man? Physical Wall Coil. I don't... Alright, cool. Oh, shit. We're not going to kill. I forgot. Okay, they just Earthquake. We're alive! Okay, we should win then. Because if they're Terra Ghost, they would have done it already, so... And then we just gotta... This guy should definitely die. And we still have Camera Up to might be able to live. Maybe Electros. I think Terra Fairy, their defense isn't that good. Terra Poison. Yeah, they can't even attack. Wait, they... Oh, they get the heal first. Alright, well, Camera Up should live. And we can Earth Power, right? Whew. Alright, Terra Poison. A good defensive one, but their Terra Blast isn't as scary that way. Alright, we got one. Up against... Ooh, they got some bulky stuff. And they've got hazards. Good thing we're Terra Poison on this Marill, because then we could absorb T-Spikes if they get them up. This guy is also pretty annoying. But we have the special Cacturn. So that's good. And we're a Dark type, so we're immune to Prankster stuff. I think leading the Marill, if we can like trap something right away, that would be pretty nice. Especially this thing. So I think let's just go for Whirlpool right away. Hopefully they don't also have spikes, but I mean... Yeah, we're just gonna click Perish Song. Alright, sweet. Now, I think we just click Encore. Heavy Slam. Awesome. That's not that bad. Now we're gonna stay in for one more turn, then we'll switch. If I want to, I could rest. But we're gonna be asleep then for a while. Like for the 2 turns. I don't know if we want to have that happen yet. I'd rather like rest on the Muck or something. Or the Diplin if we have to, so. Then we'll just click Whirlpool. And then we'll switch. Maybe I should have rested. We're pretty low. Yeah, I maybe should have rested. Well, they're locked into the Heavy Slam. We're gonna take Rocks and the Heavy Slam. I think Electros or Camerupt. Let's go. Electros, we might need it to take on. Actually, no, this guy might be Terra Fairy. I think it's just, yeah, I think let's go Electros because we can pivot with it. So let's do that. Earthworm's going. Nice job, Marill. Diplin comes in. U-turn? We're gonna go Marill and do it again, man. As long as they don't have something, we are completely immune to everything. Whirlpool. We're faster than them. Giga Drain. All right, so let's go. Perish Song. Oh my gosh, let's go. Dude, this is awesome. So they didn't expect it. So now we can rest, burn a few turns of sleep, and Marill has just gotten rid of a third of their team. We'll Whirlpool, get rid of one sleep turn, and now they can go for anything, but it doesn't matter. Dragon or grass is what we're expecting. They do have an attack raise. I think we'll just keep going with the Electros. I'm just thinking this thing might be Terra Fairy, so our Dragon Tail won't be as good and our Camerup's Roar would be better. But, all right. 2 things down. I would love to trap this Muck. Or we just go for Dragon Tail maybe. And see what they go for. I think they might have Sticky Hold, so we can't knock off their item. I think I'd rather just Dragon Tail. All right, get rid of they get rid of our Assault Vest. In comes Sableye. All right, now we'll knock this thing off. Dang it, we're dead. All right, now we can go Cacturn. And I think we just Dark Pulse. Or we could Spike because of Muck. We can't be Encored. We don't have a Ghost type though, and they have this thing still. But with Spikes up, our Wugtrio may be able to do enough. I'm just gonna click Spikes. What are they gonna do? All right, they get rid of our thing. It's not too bad. Now we'll Dark Pulse. Pretty good. They are leftovers. Spiky Shield. How much do? We do... we pretty much just negate their leftovers. We don't actually do enough. I could Terra Ghost, but this thing also gets knockoff. And this was our best thing to deal with their Sableye. So I think we go switch into Pissimian. Hopefully they're not max speed, and then we can just pivot and do some good damage. Maybe knock them out. All right, Sableye comes back in. Let's go Cacturn again. And Dark Pulse twice. Actually, Energy Ball would do more. But we'll Dark Pulse just because it hits everything. 26%. This thing could have Sludge Bomb too. They wouldn't go for the ground move though, or they wouldn't go for the ground or grass move. So Wugtrio could come out, and I think let's switch into Wugtrio. I think we could live a hit and kill them. Oh, nice. Toxic. That's like not the worst thing. Now Liquidation. Pretty good damage. Get a defense drop, and we can't be burned right now. So I think Wugtrio beats Sableye. We could go for Stomping Tantrum if like for Muck, but we can go for it the next turn. All right, Frigoraph. I think Wugtrio's gonna clean up. No, this guy's got leftovers. I think we just hit. And... I mean, I could Pain Split. If they're leftovers, what are they? Like, they could be Double Dance or Trick Room. I think Camerups can live no matter what. I think we just want to get them low. Oh, they're Wish Protect. Damn it, that's annoying. All right. Huh. All right, Wish Protect. Man, if Terra Dark, we had Terra Dark on Pissimian, that'd be nice. I could go for Pain Split as they wish. They could also have Roar, Dazzling Gleam, and stuff like that. I could click Pain Split. You know what? I'm gonna click Pain Split. Wish. How much do we take? 69 down to 38. What is that? 31? Now they can protect. I think I just click Liquidation. Now I'm going to Pain Split again. Or I can Liquidation and possibly kill something. I think they might expect it, so I'm gonna Liquidation. Dang it. Alright, well, we're dead. And they just wish again. Alright, now we gotta go Marill, or Cacturn, I mean. This guy is also Sap Sipper. I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, it might be Armor Tail. Does it tell us? Actually, I did have one of these on in my team builder. Let me see. For Rigorath. I don't know if I actually ever built with it though. I don't think I did. For Rigorath, Wish Protect. Dang it. They could be Wish Protect, Dazzling Gleam, Psychic move. They're also just going to Scout. So I think let's go Camerupt. And let's click. I mean, I could click Roar to, you know, have them switch into something that they don't want to be in with. So I'm just going to do that. All right, we just gave the Wish to Sableye. But that's good to know. So they have Future Sight, Wish Protect, and then they have Dazzling Gleam. Shit, this is not looking good. I think let's click Stealth Rocks. Let's see, do they Encore us? Or do they knock off? I should probably go Cacturn. Otherwise I'll lose leftovers. Okay. And they've gone Toad Squirrel every time, so I'm an Energy Ball. So we should 2-hit KO. It's close. And they went for Toxic last time. Now we're gonna Dark Pulse. All right. Now they're gonna knock off, right? We've already been knocked. I think let's go Marill. I mean, I can Spiky Shield, but have I shown that? Yeah. I'm gonna go Marill. Do they have T-Spikes or something? Poison Jab. No, Marill! All right, we're asleep for one more turn. I don't know if we can take two things. Ah, I should have went for Spiky Shield there. That would have been better. I thought maybe they would do something because I have it, but... All right. Maybe we can live this. We're slower than them. I'm gonna click Rest. All right, Toad Squirrel. Now they're gonna go for Earth Power, right? I go Passimian. Cool, that doesn't do that much. And then we click Knockoff. Because that should kill Toad Squirrel, hopefully. Toad Squirrel. Oh, it's not that close. All right. So I have to U-turn. Otherwise, we might not kill. All right, then we go Cacturn again. Man, energy, Giga Drain would be better here to get some recovery. Dark Pulse. Okay, Muck. Now we'll Spiky Shield. Please hit me. Son of a bitch! Oh, shoot. Their rest, sleep, talk, 2 attacks. Well, hopefully we can get some good RNG. Keep Marill healthy. Maybe we could trap him or something. Do something here. Or I could double back into Passimian as they go Toad Scroll. Let's do that. Go Passimian. Let's click U-turn. It says U-turn to 67 to 80. So we'll click U-turn. In comes Muck. Now I think we go Camera Up and click Earth Power or Stealth Rocks. I think we go click Earth Power. This guy could be like fully Spadef or Fizdef. If it's fully Spadef, I don't think we're actually gonna do that much, but no, they got knockoff. That's actually kind of decent, but we're slower than them. So I'm gonna click Stealth Rock. Okay. Then we will click. That's good that they stayed low like that. Maybe we could sweep with knockoff. Now do we click Lava Plume? Yeah, I think so. And now I could click Roar, but I think let's just click Lava Plume. They roar us. We get Marill. All right. I'm asleep for 2 turns. Oh, wait, but we do know they have no damaging move. I think we stay in though. They're gonna Future Sight and then roar, right? And our Camera Up's slower than them, so we can't roar them out instead. I mean, I could switch right into Cacturn and then just go for Dark Pulse. But we can only switch into Stealth Rocks 2 more times. And we can't trap this because they're going to roar us. But maybe we can get them with an Encore. I think we have to like try and burn some turns of sleep here. Now they're gonna get something with Roar though. But they would have been able to do that anyways, because I would have gone Cacturn and then, yeah. Okay. What do we give them? Camera Ups? Or Passimian? I think Passimian's our way to beat this. I think I have to give them Camera Ups. I'm not sure, but this is what we're gonna do. Okay, and then we can go Passimian. We can click U-turn, which says it still kills. Then we will go Cacturn, Dark Pulse. Oh, wow. Yeah, we Dark Pulse. Toad Scroll comes in. Spiky Shield. All right. And then we will. We're dead. I mean, maybe I could go. No, we're dead anyways to rock. So I don't think we can win this, but we'll just Dark Pulse. We should outspeed them. Now do we click Knockoff? Sure, we'll click knockoff. Oh, cool. All right, Muck's dead. But they have Terra Fairy still. They're gonna Will-O-Wisp, right? Maybe? I don't know. Let's go Marill. All right, they just recover. Then we will go for... I think I'm just gonna click Perish Song right away because we can't trap them, so... And I'll click Encore. I don't think we can win this. All right, I'm just gonna bounce. I don't think we can. Now we'll just stay in and let us. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna click X. Damn it. That was pretty close, but I don't think we could have done anything. It was awesome that Marill did what it did to start with, but and now I need to save that replay so I can look at it. All right, we got one. And I was looking back at that last replay. I think I just kind of threw away Electros. I should have went like camera upped early when we were Perish trapping. I could have went camera upped on the Heavy Slam from Earthworm and then maybe on it with the Giga Drain from Diplin. It had leftovers. I don't know. We have such limited recovery on everything, but in hindsight, Electros would have been pretty good against Toadscruel. Decent versus Sableye. And decent versus Ferrigraph, so yeah. All right, well, they have a sick team. They have Webs, Ditto, and a Wartortle. Brute Bonnet, our Marill's actually pretty good versus. I kind of want to just lead Marill and maybe trap this thing. We can go for the pivot, but I'd rather just like maybe surprise them. No, they found us out. Or have they? Cacturn, we have a water immune Pokemon, so that'll be all right. And we'll just click Spikes maybe. Or we could click Dark Pulse. I think let's just click Spikes. So we'll have to switch out soon, but that's all right. Okay. Do we just go Marill? Yeah, I'm just gonna switch into Marill. Zen Headbutt. Oh, okay. Whirlpool. Let's see if we can take two. No, they're going back into this. All right, we go back into Cacturn. I mean, we could go Wugtrio, but or we could even go Electros actually, and just discharge or U-turn. But Cacturn getting up Spike seems pretty good. So this time though, do we want to Spike? They do have this thing, so I think this time we'll Dark Pulse instead. We have one Spike up. They have a Spinner. Oh, nice. Pretty good damage. Cool. Dark Pulse again, I think is fine. We can't be trapped because we have Water Absorb. In comes Wartortle. Oh, they have two Spinners. I forgot. Wartortle's a Spinner. All right, we're switching. We definitely go Marill. Or we could go Electros. We've gone Marill a bunch of times. I think let's go... What if they're like Shell Smash, Terra Electric? That's what I'm thinking randomly. Let's go Electros. Protect our Marill, because our Marill's our best thing to take on this thing too. And let's just click U-turn. Or well, actually Knockoff would be good because it's an Eviolite guy, right? So we'll click Knockoff. All right. And we are slower than them. Probably. Actually, wait, no, it's a speed tie. Let's just U-turn. Maybe we'll win the speed tie. If we get knocked off, it is what it is. But, all right, cool. Well, at least Ditto's dead. And Marill has a really good matchup versus, like, the rest of their team. Can Wugtrio do anything? Wugtrio could dodge Will-O-Wisp from Wheezing, and we could weaken it. I think let's just go Marill. We've shown them what it does and see what they do. If we want, we could Terra Poison. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna Shell Smash? Fake Out. All right. Whirlpool. Rapid Spin. All right. Well, I think Marill just trapped this. Pear Song. This is pretty sick. 327 defense, 207 special defense with 343 HP. That's not that bad. Now, how much did they take in recoil? I'm not sure, but I think we just rest. We'll take one more hit and then stay a little healthier. We can burn one turn of sleep. Wait a second. Did Whirlpool? Oh, Rapid Spin does get rid of Whirlpool. I forgot. Okay, never mind. We can't trap that thing. I was thinking just of Leech Seed, but I forgot that it gets rid of trapping moves. Dang. Okay. Well, this thing can do Sticky Web and attack with the grass bug. It might have a fighting move. Do we risk losing our Choice Scarf? I think it's kind of fine. I think we go Pissimian. Now just click U-turn. Okay. Then we will go. Then we just go back into Marill. I know this Root Bonnet's, like I said, was scary, but I don't want to let other things get weakened and stuff. Like Whirlpool, burn last turn of sleep. And we'll click Whirlpool. If they go this thing again, they don't have recovery from the looks of it, so we could trap this if they don't switch out, which they didn't. So nice. We'll just click Pear Song, then we'll rest. Uh-oh. That was smart to not reveal that. But they will die to Whirlpool if I stay in, though. I think it's fine. Let's just stay in and then we'll go. Actually, no. Whirlpool's going to end. Well, there's nothing else I want to switch into anyway, so. Oh, no way. All right. Did they die? Nice. All right, cool. So we get to keep the Marill. In comes Wartortle. We've seen what this thing can go for. I think let's just click Electros. Or we could go Cacturn, but it has boots. And could be pretty good versus other things. Electros seems okay. Then we'll just click Discharge this time. Yeah, Brute Bonnet. All right. This guy's gonna do a lot of damage. We've seen Zen Headbutt, and then it's got the grass. And should I just click U-turn in case they go for Bulk Up or something, or just hard switch into Marill? I think we hard switch into Marill. Hopefully they just don't set up. Marill's back, baby. All right, and then we'll click Encore in case they do go for some sort of setup move. All right, then we can go Pissimian. And let's see if Pissimian +2, Brute Bonnet, offensive, Terra Poison, +2, Terra Fighting. We don't kill, but we could click U-turn and then kill. Wait a second. Oh, we're still faster. We're Scarfed. I was forgetting that. So we can U-turn. If they go Wheezing, we'll switch. And they don't, and they're just super dead. I want to go with Wugtrio, man. This thing should still be faster than this. as long as they're not max speed. And versus this, we're gonna click sub. Weaken this a little bit. We can sub pain split a little bit. I don't know if this is a bad idea, but I think we should be all right. Terra Electric. Sludge Wave. Yeah, we're just gonna let ourselves get weakened. But Simeon should be able to beat this. But Simeon should beat everything now. Because of them not having a fighting resist and no Terra anymore. We can pain split at 1%. And get him pretty low. That probably will do more than liquidation would. We're back. Shadow Ball, do we live? We do live. We got rattled. Wait a second. Oh, okay, we got a speed raise. They're definitely not stench or neutralizing gas. Neutralizing gas we would have seen, so we just have to liquidation. They're levitate, so they're immune to our ground move. Pain Split would still heal though, wouldn't it? Weezing doesn't have a high HP stat though, so I don't think it would heal enough. Let's just liquidation. Whoa, Wugtrio! All right, maybe Wugtrio will win. War Turtle, oh, they have fake out. Well, you did good, Wugtrio. You did good. We'll go Simeon and just close combat. Hopefully this guy's not scarfed. If they're scarfed, I guess I could. But we have enough things, I think, maybe, hopefully. We might still be able to live a hit too. Close combat. Nice. That's a cool team. And I totally forgot that Rapid Spin got rid of Whirlpool. All right, we got one. Up against another Diplin. And they do have an electric type this time that we can Volt Switch block with our Camerupt. They got the Quaxley who can flip turn and spin. And pretty annoying. This Quillfish could also be pretty annoying. Yeah, they could be doing some hazards with the Piloswine and the Quillfish. They got some bulky stuff, but we do also have some good stuff versus them. Do we just lead Marill and try and do something with it right away? I think they might lead like Magneton though, or Quillfish right away, to be honest. So I think let's just lead Passimian. All right, they lead Quaxwell. I don't think they're going to do that much to us, and I kind of just want to knock them off. But at the same time, do we need to knock them off? Because they could go for a Brave Bird randomly. I don't know. I've seen Encore, Roost, Flip Turn, Water Move. Let's just knock off. I don't think they have Brave Bird, hopefully. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, could be worse. Now we'll go Electros. They do have Roost. We'll go Electros and then we'll U-turn. Getting rid of their item is good. We do have quite a bit of physical bulk, so like we didn't take that badly. And then we'll U-turn if they go Piloswine or something. All right, Quillfish. We could go Wugtrio and like sub Pain Split them. Or Stomping Tantrum and... We could also Perish Trap them with Marill. But we want to keep our typing. So I think let's go Wugtrio. And I'm going to click sub right away. Let's see what they go for. All right, in comes Diplin. Okay. Do I show anything? Do I just hit them to weaken them a little bit? Or do I just hard switch into Marill? Because they could have Terra Blast and they could Growth. And then Terra Blast would be a way to hit Marill. I'm just going to hard switch into Marill. Giga Drain. Ah, they know right away. Well, let's Whirlpool. They're probably going to switch, but do they go Magneton? All right, they do go Magneton. Well, we get a little bit of damage on them. And then we can go Camerupt. Marill's probably not going to be doing its thing because I know what it's going to do now. Now I think we click the ground move just because this guy. I mean, we could click rocks too, but I think we click the ground move. Decent. Now, are they going to go for the ground move or the ice move? I think we got to go Marill, actually. I don't want to go Electros. I mean, we could, but I don't think we're going to take it very well. And I think they know what Marill's up to, so let's try Marill again. We'll go for Whirlpool. Cool. We're weakening them. And last time Flash Cannon to our guy did 25%. Does that tell us anything? Like if they are specs or something? That's probably just like normal analytic. Magneton specs. Flash Cannon. I don't know how analytic works on the calc at least. And it's just if they move last, right? All right, it's not telling me. This power is multiplied by 1.3 if it is the last to move in the turn. So it's probably not specs. I'm gonna go Camerupt again. Flash Cannon. Okay, we don't get Spit Drop, that's good. I'm a Lava Plume this time. It would have been really nice to get a burn on that Piloswine. All right, now they go Quaxwell. A burn on this would also be nice. No burn. They can flip turn, but they also have Brave Bird. I think let's go Electros. All right, they do flip turn. In comes Quillfish. I think we get rid of their item. So they're squishier. I don't really have anything I want to switch into this, so we're just gonna knock off. And then we will click U-turn. All right. Now do I go Wugtrio and click something and invite in the Diplin? I could sub then Pain Split and we can Diplin a little bit that way. I'm gonna go for sub. Let's see. Diplin or Wugtrio could be pretty nice for this Sneasel. Could Wugtrio kill Quillfish from this range? Quillfish, no Eviolite. Say there's Spadef. We'll get rid of this. Get out of here. Get out of here. Boost energy. Stomping Tantrum will do 72. All right, now we'll Pain Split. Nice, fully healed. We'll go Marill. Man, if we had knockoff, that would be kind of nice too. Now we could predict something here and like switch into Bassimian, but we're taking hazards, so makes it not as good for us. I'm just going to Whirlpool. All right, we get Quaxwell. I think I'm gonna Whirlpool again as they flip turn. Oh, they Rapid Spin. Well, I think this is good. So now they're going to have to flip turn. I mean, if I went for Encore there, that would have been kind of cool, but locked in a Rapid Spin, they could just keep spinning or keep going for it to get out of the lock, which is what they're doing right now. I could go for Encore here. Let's do that. Ooh, wait a second. Can we Perish Song now? Will we have enough turns? We might, but they might run out. I don't know if it matters how much health we have. I know going for Whirlpool doesn't reset it. The target can still switch out. The effect ends if either the user, someone leaves the field. This effect is not stackable or reset by using this or another binding move. So I think let's just keep Whirlpooling them to get them low in case Whirlpool wears off. Whirlpool again. Does it wear off here? It does! Dang it. Alright, so yeah, they can get out. Let's see. Oh, they went Sneasel. Well, I could tear a Ghost and get up hazards. Tear Ghost. Spikes. And weaken them, maybe? I think we might need spikes. I'm gonna Terra Ghost and Spike. Now maybe our Wugtrio could actually sweep if we get enough of them up. I'm not sure, but... Now a Spiky Shield. They should have... Oh, dang it. I was hoping they would go for like Throat Chop or something. Do I just keep getting them up? Are they gonna get them up themselves though? This guy could be Scarfed. I just realized that. Dang it. Maybe this guy's Scarfed. They're gonna go for the dark move, right? I think we want to keep this. We have boots. We can spin block with it. Do we go Electros? Oh wait, I can Spiky Shield now. They're probably going to get up a Spike themselves, aren't they? Or Toxic. I'm a Spiky Shield. Hopefully they just hit. Son of a bitch. Oh, damn it. All right. Now they're going to hit me, right? I mean, do we need I think Cacturne could still be pretty good. Let's go Electros. Dang it, man. Now are they dark move? Yep. All right, well, we're dead at the next one. That's all right. Let's click. I don't know, U-turn. Doesn't matter. And now we can go Wugtrio and click Stomping Tantrum. Last move is Barb Barrage, right? And they still have their Terra. Yeah, we go Wugtrio. And Wugtrio, it says we kill this thing if they don't have defense. Let's see, do they go Diplin? I don't think we're doing... we're definitely not doing enough to Diplin. All right, Quaxwell. How much should we do this guy? Oh! Oh, we don't have Terra Ground, though. Or we can't Terra Ground because we've already Terra'd Quaxwell. Get rid of their Eviolite. Huh. Are they, like, offensive or something? I'm gonna go Cacturne. Let's do this. And then we will go for the dark move. I go into this. Should have went for a Spike. Oh well. And We're dead for sure's. Do I just go Pisibian? Or do I go Camerupt? I think I go Camerupt. I think we're gonna have to sack this and then go something else maybe. Wugtrio. Let's go Wugtrio. I don't know. We will stomp him or liquidation. We'll stomp him. This guy comes in. Now I can't sub or pain split. I'm gonna go Marill. We're just gonna weaken the Magneton a little bit more. I don't know if we can beat this Diplin now though, because it's back at full health. Whirlpool. Click Encore. They did 16%. I could Perish Song here. I think I have to rest. I don't know. All right, we're just dead to that. All right, they are encored into that though. All right, let's go Cacturn. And let's click Dark Pulse again. Although, how much did that do to 21? All right, maybe we'll kill with Energy Ball versus that. Never mind. All right. Quillfish comes back in. Now we just have to get the Spiky Shield turn right, but they could also just click Toxic. I'm gonna click Spike. Oh, last move Pain Split. All right, I didn't expect that. So they don't have the poison move. I don't think we can give up either of these things, so I'm gonna click Spiky Shield now. And then we will click Spikes again. And we're faster than them, that's good. Maybe there is a chance. I don't know. Is this guy dead to hazards? It might be dead to hazards. Maybe not. All right, now we click Close Combat. Because that's all we can do. And they could have Terra Ghost on something. Yeah, this guy's Terra Ghost. Oh, we just died to Ice Shard. That does it too. I was thinking this guy might be Scarfed and we're dead to hazards. Yeah, hazard weak team and a bulky team with lots of physical, like really good physical checks. That was a good game, but we weren't able to get the trap off. I think maybe if I didn't hard switch into Marill, but and then they saw the Sap Sipper, but they could have switched also just in case. They had the Quack Spell, which is really good. But I think that's where we're gonna call it. Overall, team worked out decently. We did some decent trapping. Wugtrio doesn't have the damage or the coverage, but it was able to do some stuff with its speed mostly. And then like sub Pain Split, it was able to weaken some stuff. But Simeon was a nice Scarfer. The team is very hazard weak, so you know, when everybody was getting up hazards, I think I could have played better with my own Cacturn to get up hazards, and then with Electros in that one game as well. Honestly, probably just didn't see a lot of like ways to win with the hazards and dealing with their own hazards, but it was a pretty fun team. I like how it looks. The colors are pretty. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you're interested in trying out the team, I'll put a Pokepaste in the description, and that'll be it. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.